I am blessed. They are actually back. This is their second time coming on the show, and I'm so grateful to have them. You know MJ from Shaws of Sunset, but it's her work after the show that's just been so wonderful too. She proves that she's one of the best people we've had on Bravo TV. And Tommy is no different. Tommy has Fight Club, which helps kids get books that are less fortunate. Like, these people are saints. And they're here.
Let's not get nuts.
And they're going to talk about Orange County with me. So hi guys, welcome back.
I'm
cup
grateful.
Size at a time.
We're grateful to be here. I'm grateful for you, and I'm grateful for you having us on your show.
Of course. Okay, so we had to start recording because we were giving gold before we hit record, because we were talking about how MJ knows how to get all the deals. And what did you take back? You took back a quart of milk?
No, I don't take it back, girl. I get the 49% discount. I get the.
Oh, so you literally just take it to like get the credit my price match?
Okay, this is what happened. So I recently went to 3 grocery stores, because this is what you do when you are a suburban mom,
Yes.
wife, everything, Persian.
Mhm.
And so you do your Trader Joe's, your Costco, your Pavilions,
Yes.
and in this case, it was Amazon, because I get a lot of my regular life things like my bras and my products from Amazon. When I went to do some Amazon returns, I saw the Chobani milk, my oat milk, and they charged me double. In other words, $6. I went home and it was supposed to be $3.49. So I called them, Kathy called, and I said, you charged me $6. It's supposed to be $3.49. They started to kind of argue with me. And then I was like, actually, let me tell you, I pulled out my glasses and I said,
Ooh.
the fine print says that you should give me a refund and I can keep the item, because groceries, you can't return it, but they would give you your money back. So I actually got it for free.
Boom.
Mic drop.
This doesn't mess around, man. Last summer, it's ironic, it was around this time, I had gotten bread, and we have a bread, what do you call it? A bread box, right? And we put the bread in the bread box, and I don't know, it was maybe 2 days, and a little mold started to show up.
What?
And she said, are you going to accept that? And I was like, I'm not going to accept that.
Bread or your bread
Are you going to accept that? And she's like, no. And she went back the next day with the bread in hand with the guy into the grocery pavilions and was like, look at this bread. I got it 2 days ago. It has mold on it. You know,
I definitely don't go. I don't go back to grocery stores with food. That's I called them and I get.
How dare you,
yes,
Tommy.
and she went in. That's right. She called them first. They were like, bring it back. Bring it back. Say, I don't have receipts. I never keep receipts. You know what I mean? Like this, she'll be like, do you have the receipt? No. Why would I?
And they're like, we have to honor it.
Yeah. No, especially when she could. Like I said, she gets it. She gets what she wants.
I admire it. My friend will do that too. She knows how to, if I call to like get a discount on something because they screwed something up, I cave. In fact, I end up paying more because I'm such a people pleaser. I'm like, I'm sorry for bothering you. Actually, I'll pay double. I have a friend who will call. She's like, I got all day. I will sit on that phone. I will wait for the supervisor. I am their worst nightmare. I wish I had that in me. Because you get what you want.
No, definitely. And she learned it from her mother, because
there you go.
Her we did Andy. We did his show for Mother's Day a few years ago. Watch What Happens Live. And they left her, like the hotel that we stayed in, her room wasn't ready yet. So they left her in the lobby, and she like fell asleep in the lobby, and she woke up and Darth Vader was not having that, dude. My wife could tell you.
Darth Vader.
It
That's
turned
a good name.
Yeah. But
what did she do?
Go ahead, babe.
I need to hear this.
So it was Mother's Day, Watch What Happens Live. It was me in the main chair, Vita in the guest chair, Tommy behind the bar, Mother's Day weekend. Now, I opt for the red eye to go into New York City. They put us up at the Dream, which is my number one. The pool, you could see the bottom of the pool from the lobby. It's like the glass bottom pool. And it's always like, are we going to pay an extra night to, just ask for, or can we get an early check-in? So we were they were going to give us an early check-in. And my they were like, will you have a seat and we'll work it out? My mom fell asleep. Tommy and I just like dropped the bags with the bellman and like went in the streets. And like, when we came back, my mom was like, she looked like a homeless woman like,
oh, no.
For real. She had been there for like hours, dude, sleeping in the lobby, dude. There could have been gunshots going on. She was like oblivious. She was just out. It was,
And it didn't look like my mom. Like you wouldn't have recognized Vita.
Vita.
She looked like borderline broken. And so something about her recognized that she should be embarrassed that they left her to fall asleep. So she woke up with that anger inside of her and she was like, how dare you guys let me fall asleep?
Plus, babe, when she woke up, it was packed. Like when she went to sleep, it wasn't,
oh my God,
there was nobody really there. When she woke up, it was like, a cool hip hotel, middle of the Memorial, maybe, May, that's right around Memorial Day. You know what I mean? Like it was
the visual of this, and there was
Vita
in the middle of that.
And it was like, she wasn't dressed really, and her makeup wasn't on.
Yeah. And she's so particular about how she presents.
But go ahead, babe.
So she quickly gave them enough that lip service that they upgraded us from our 100 square foot room.
Not us. Not
her.
us.
Her.
Yes.
We stayed in our 100 square foot room where like the door runs into the bed and whatever, but she got the top floor. Like one that Indian owner, the one that dated Lindsay Lohan, that guy that was in the news because he was nice to a dog, but I didn't know this until after. But nonetheless, the one that probably the guy that owns the Dream, that was my mom's room for about 5 nights. Comped.
Yeah, I didn't even think they had rooms because the room we've been there a few times, and it used to be a different type of building, and the rooms really are not that big, dude. But the room she got was like the whole top floor, and she was walking around it like, you know what I mean? She was
like I deserved it.
Yeah, totally. She had the robe on. She knows
her worth. Vita knows her worth.
Yeah.
She does not have imposter syndrome. Absolutely not. She's like, no, I deserve this. I deserve the fucking top floor.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, they did, and all she did was pass out in the lobby.
That's it. She was there for a while, but that was it.
And then that was their fault.
Yes.
Of course.
Okay. I really I'm jealous, to be honest. I kind of wish I had that in me.
So yeah, it runs in the family for sure.
Damn.
Sure.
So it's genetic. It's genetic.
Yes.
All right, let's switch gears over to Orange County. I want to go through the cast. This is what I do with all my guests. I'll go through the cast and you'll tell me your feels on them. Okay. Let's start with Emily.
I love Emily. And I'm going to be so honest. This is so weird. I sent Emily a text message.
This next section is for Patreon only. If you want to hear it and you want more exclusive content, head to the link in the description and sign up to be a Grand Dame or the Moment. Okay, let's get back to the show now.
Yeah, we're giving Emily like a 2 thumbs up, all the feels. I'm into it. I like the fact that they're showing us to like allow us to like Shane now.
I know, right?
Right? Because like notice how he says they like when he wasn't passing the bar, they made him out to be like really just like an unlikable deadbeat. And he's not. And then there was a moment where, not on the show, but on the radio, when she was like, let me get this straight. I've never been financially responsible or the breadwinner in this family dynamic. He was like, let me clarify. I've always been working. Even while I was studying for the bar, I wasn't. So I like gained like a massive amount of respect for their whole family unit.
Okay.
What about
Tommy,
you?
do you have an opinion?
I don't watch. You don't watch.
At all? You don't
No.
ever watch Orange County?
No way, man. No way.
Really? Oh, it's good this season.
I don't listen. To each their own. I let my wife fill me in if there's something, and I gotta be honest with you, man. After the scandal of it all, I
You're
can't.
over it.
I can't. I need a break, bro. I need a fucking break. Like that seemed to take over and permeate all facets of my life. And
it was so hard not to let it do that.
Yeah. Just have to kind of let it digest. But
you gotta tell me,
if there's stuff that's great on it, excuse me, if there's stuff that's like really great on it, or if there's someone in particular that really is exceptional, not necessarily just on TV, but also in real life, let me know.
All right, well, enjoy us talking about it then.
No problem. I'm here. No problem. No problem. Dive deep.
I love her now. Like, I think she started out and didn't really know her role, and has over the years, like, I was going into this season kind of like, ugh, I'm not really excited to see her, but she's stealing the show. Yeah, I think she seems really genuine, and I think she maybe feels a little bit more comfortable. She's now been there long enough. She's not as, I don't know. She feels like she's meant to be there. She feels like OG Orange County, which I never thought I'd say. And like you said, Shane is somewhat likable now. And I'm like, oh, good. We get to see them having cute banter in the kitchen and stuff like that.
And I like it. And you could tell that they had full control of that all along. Mm-hmm. Do you think that Shane would be more likable if he would have gotten like a rug on his head, like plugs?
You know,
like some of that, like Joe Gorga spray,
the spray paint that you put on.
I mean, I'm just genuinely crossed my mind, and I was like, because like he also, like, when your husband loses hair, do you encourage them to do something about it, or do you just let it slide like it's not even missing?
I have a lush mane. The camera makes me look bald. In real life, it's long and it's beautiful and it's shimmering, and it's like Fabio.
Shimmering mane.
Yeah, shimmering mane like Fabio from the romance novels. Yes.
Oh, I can see it actually. You're right. The camera it's an illusion.
Yes, total illusion. I'm also very thin.
You actually
it's the camera
look like
that makes me
lost
look fat.
weight, though.
I'm very svelte.
No, he has.
Have you lost weight, Tommy? Because I was going to say something when we first logged on. I was like, whoa.
I have lost some weight. Not according to my wife, but I have lost.
She says you have.
You've lost weight. The other indication that Emily is killing it this season is that I was really crushed that she wasn't able to go on that trip.
Me too. I was so resentful at that false positive test, for lying and keeping her from going, because she would have been so perfect. She still had a great confessional moment. She still is giving, and she's so stunning. Like, she's just one of the most beautiful people to look at.
Raquel Welch, like,
I know,
really
like,
Welch.
Hello. Okay, let's go on to Gina.
Mm-hmm. So
MJ goes, yeah, Gina. Okay, let's talk about Gina.
She's ready.
I met Gina and Matt in the lobby of the hotel.
And Matt.
Isn't that her man's name?
No, her new man's name is Travis.
Travis, yeah.
Matt's the ex-husband.
Okay. Good for me for even knowing that.
Agreed.
Guy name. Okay. So when I met them in the lobby, Travis and her for the first time, and BravoCon 2022, I was like, she's so down to earth, so likable, so many good things. You kind of are forced to throw away the things that you feel when you're watching. But when I'm watching, I think that Gina, you kind of want to pick her apart because she doesn't belong in OC. And, you know, she's a Jersey girl with her like exaggerated accent and all of those things. And then like, the one thing I will say about her, even though I'm happy that she's here, obviously I'm happy that she's here and I'm sure she's going to bring it, but I didn't love the intro that she's got to like go and get her real estate license because she's got to support 6 kids, half of which are not hers. You know,
are you saying that it's not accurate?
No, I'm sure. I believe that it's totally true. I just don't like it. I just don't like that all these men go into these women's lives with all this baggage and responsibility. We won't call it baggage, we'll call it responsibility.
Yeah.
And seeing her scrambling like this, it just.
Oh, I see what you're
heavy.
saying. I see what you're saying. Like, why is it now her issue?
It just seems like an imbalance for her to
Okay.
be responsible for so much. And that's just because like she came out of the gate in the season saying like, I've got all of these kids and we're living in this, little house and I've got to figure it out. And like, it just seems like a lot.
Yeah, it does seem like. How do you feel about her getting a real estate license? What I think is funny about people who are going to get their real estate license is they don't realize how hard it is. I had a friend get his real estate license and do his whole thing. And then he's like, it's not $1 million listing. You don't just suddenly get all these amazing properties. Like you have to really make connections and network and work your way up to big properties. So
yeah, it's a crapshoot.
As
like,
you know,
if you are successful right away, our partners like the Mauricios at our company, which is obviously Mauricio's company, as well as our other managing partners, they say like to have a career, you really have to hit the ground running and you have to, hit the pound the pavement.
There you go.
Of course you can get lucky and make a big commission, but at the same point in time, you could also get, if you're not careful and you don't know what you're doing, you could get sued and be liable for 20 million times more than your commission. So it ain't no joke.
How could you do this to me? Question mark.
I am so excited to introduce you guys to my sponsor this week. Via Hemp Co. sent me the best box of gummies. They have a wide range of gummies and they sent me something for every part of my day. I've had a good week. They make many different CBD and THC products and they're able to ship to all 50 states. Because their THC is extracted from organic hemp and not marijuana. So you can enjoy the same cannabis experience that you've come to love with no medical card required. They ship to all 50 states. Discreet packaging directly to your door. The gummy line is so extensive. They have products that range from 2 milligrams of THC each to 50 milligrams. So they've got you freaking covered if you're looking to maybe just microdose or if you'd like some more potent effects. Their freaking flavors are so good. The strawberry lemonade, I have to remind myself it's not just candy. The mango paradise, also have to remind myself that's not candy because this actually has a good amount of 10 milligrams of THC. To me, that's kind of a good amount. I think they should just make their candy. Like if they just sold their gummies as candy, I would absolutely purchase it. Via seems to be the only real lifestyle hemp brand that I've come across. They use compounds found in hemp along with active plant extracts to create products, each with a very specific effect in mind. So whether you want better sleep, you want to ease your anxiety, you want to enhance your mood, or just get high, they've got something for you. They also do have zero THC products, like THC-free stuff. So if you're just looking for some CBD or CBN, they've got you. For sleep, for focus, for energy, you're covered. I also tried, so I didn't fully read the label. I tried the High Love. I just saw it said high, and I was like, okay. And I didn't even realize it at all, but I got like turned on and I was like, why am I so horny? I looked at the freaking thing. I was like, oh, High Love. And it had aphrodisiacal stuff in there, like horny goat weed. So it wasn't even like psychosomatic. I didn't even know that was the effect I was supposed to feel. So I didn't like, you know how you kind of give it to yourself? Nope. I just genuinely was like, I want to get, a little high. And before I know it, I'm like, why is everything turning me on? So for couples out there, trust me, it's effective. If you are 21 plus and want to try their products, go to viahemp.com and use code SheSpeaks for 15% off. Plus, they will add a free pack of their award-winning THC gummies to your order. Go to the link in the description and type in viahemp.com and use code SheSpeaks for 15% off plus free gummies.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to Heather.
I don't like Heather, I find her to be on all the time, like holier than thou. I don't think she can help herself. I think Terry's a lot more likable. I'm irritated by whoever said that she was like using being a mom as sacrificing her career. I'm on that person's side.
Okay.
Was it our girl Tamra? Who said that?
It might have been.
Yeah.
It might have been.
Yeah, somebody was like, you're saying that you didn't really like you sacrificed your whole life for them, but you also were working. You just were an occasional person. Like, I think that Heather being on the show is great because, like you were saying, it does give you like OG vibes. Just like I think Vicky should have always been there, but like I don't like her.
Okay, I love that. What about Shannon?
Love Shannon. Love Shannon. Shannon is so funny. Like when I watch her, because I also hang out with her, and I also know that she was photographed on a boat with John Jansen this weekend.
Ooh.
You know, right? You know that, right?
Shit. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Breaking news for me.
Yeah.
Oh, so are they back together?
No, they're not back together, but they were hanging out on his boat over the weekend.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I love watching Shannon. She's like that, like the auntie vibes of like just loving and just, I love how she like talks to the camera when she's like trying to unbuckle her belt and you know what I mean? She's cute. She's cute.
Yeah.
But I also do believe Tamra when like when they came out into the season and they were like, Tamra felt shut out by Shannon.
That's exactly what I was going to ask you next. Okay. How are you feeling about that? Okay. So you think it's real?
I think that it's real that Shannon talks about her stuff and forgets to ask other people about their stuff.
Look at you. That's so fair of you.
Yeah, I try to be fair because, you know, Shannon texted me last night and she was like, let's hop on the phone. And so I'm being honest, I don't think I would feel bad if anyone of these people that we've talked about heard this.
Okay, good. We're going to keep it that way. We'll try at least. So then wait, let's get to Tamra's last. How do you feel about Tamra? Oh, wait, I forgot about Jenn. Well, we'll get to her last. How about Tamra first?
Legend, bring her back. Look how she thrives. Like she fucking kills it with her 2 T's in a pod. You know, Teddy would never be able to bring in those numbers or that audience.
It's true.
You know, and so I'm happy. Like to me, Tamra was always like this very frantic, hysterical, privileged white lady, like who was just like
that's so accurate.
You know,
it really sums it up.
Yeah. So like here we are just like seeing her win. So it's good. Like when Bravo fucking cancels you, it's kind of like someone just gutted you for tax.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's gotta hurt, right?
Yes, I think it does for her. And then now she's like fucking back. And that's the other thing. Like Bravo is like doing their homework and finding out that everyone is into the OGs. It's like the soap opera world.
Oh yeah. Would you, we talked about this last time. Would you go back to reality?
I would totally go back to reality TV as long as I can be who I am authentically, which is a real estate, a mother, a wife, friend, you know, like it can't be, because when you have like your life take a little bit too much of a back seat, then it's
too much.
It's just not, I did it and it was great.
Yeah.
People ask all the time, like, how did you feel when the show went away? And I was like, it stopped being the right thing for me. It stopped being the right fit for me. Because when you do a great thing that feels good for 7 out of the 9 seasons, it was like good for 7 out of the 9 seasons.
Well,
Tommy,
if I can interject, I think that the problem that you have is where you're talking about the show being. I don't think that my wife and I would be good on a show that would be on Bravo.
Okay.
Bravo, I think Bravo, and it's not their fault, right? It's a business, right? It's not show friends, it's show business. And they just had the biggest ratings in the history of their network
Yeah.
for a show that basically people's lives fell apart, right?
Yeah. Oh,
You know what I
totally.
mean? People like that's where people are coming to watch. My wife and I have a happy marriage. We got a beautiful kid.
Yeah.
I'm not looking to go on TV to have our lives fall apart. You know, if we want to crack jokes and we want to be funny and we want to do that lightheartedness, sure, sign me up.
I would love for it to be just about your family.
I just don't think Bravo wants that. Like I said,
Yeah.
they just had the biggest ratings in their history for that. So I think that everybody in the rooms that they're in, it's how do we create another Scandal? How do we do that again? You know, and
That's
again, I'm not looking to sacrifice my family for the betterment of TV. I think there are enough people out there, and there are enough people on that network that will do that. You know, I don't think it will be my wife and I.
That's why the ultimate girls trip format would work, because I could go downtown for 12 days and then I come back to my life and I get to hold everything up.
And she'd be great at that. She'd be great at it. She'd super deliver. I don't know why they haven't done that already.
We've been petitioning online. We've been petitioning pretty hard.
Yeah, she'd be perfect
on an ultimate girls trip. Oh my God. It would be, they should be doing it for all the Bravo shows, period. Like, they don't need to just have it be Housewives. I get why they started just doing Housewives, but I bet they're having a hard time finding housewives over and over and over again that are willing to come back and do it.
But you were right. You hit the nail on the head. You get why they started it with that. But now that you have proof of concept and it works, it makes no sense not to do it with everybody else.
I'm sure they will. They're just, they're slow and they need to get their shit together little by little.
Yeah.
But they know it works because it's 10 days instead of 4 months. And they still get tons of episodes. And, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be Summer House, VPR, Southern Charm,
right?
Like it'll happen. I'm pretty sure it'll happen.
Yeah, they see it. It's so marketable, especially after Scandal.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The thing about Vanderpump Rules, though, is the show has always been about them destroying their lives. And that's sort of why it's been incredible to watch year after year. Maybe there are a few years in there where they were like, their lives were a little bit more together and it was like, that's kind of boring. But that's sort of been the nature of the show from like season 1.
They also didn't, when I noticed that Sheena had a baby, Lala had a baby, they barely showed any of the baby stuff. I was like, yeah, this is just not the TV show that they want to make. Like Tommy was saying, like Bravo doesn't do the format that's not.
It's true.
They follow what they know that works.
Well, they've tried. It's not like they've tried other things and they found out that's not their wheelhouse, and that's not what the people that are, the people that are sitting there that are Bravo-holics and the people that love Bravo, let's be honest, they want to see that. They want to see the replacement for General Hospital. They want to see the replacement for, All My Children. They want to see the replacement for Guiding Light. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for soap opera, and that's what they get, and that's all well and good when you're talking about, if my kid was already in high school or college, it's one thing, but I got a little kid and I don't want to be, I'm not prostituting myself to act like a fool on television. I'm just not doing it. As a father, I'm not doing it. And I know my wife's not looking to do that either.
Yeah, no, it's once you're not going to get like blackout drunk on camera, it's a different experience.
Yes, totally. Totally. So, and I respect, listen, I was there. I had no qualms doing it.
But once you grow out of it, it's hard to fake it just for the cameras.
Always grow out of it. We grew out of it for that period of time. Totally. Who knows? Bravo's still around, and he goes to high school, and fucking 15 years let's get shit faced, and
that'd be hysterical.
Yeah,
that would be hysterical. Like a revisit. Oh, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the new Jenn with 2 N's?
I think didn't practice very well. She does not have pocket answers to explain for her new boo and how he cheated. And for her to think that Tamra was gonna just lie for her or pretend for her. Good for Tamra for keeping it real. And I'm excited. That's why I like Emily, because Emily is pulling the story out. She is like,
I loved that.
Yes.
She was a full-on prosecutor. It was amazing.
Totally. And she was like, first she was like Jenn was trying to, and I can't believe her boo's name is Ryan. So it's like Jenn and
I
Ryan.
know. Jen and
So
Ryan. It's so
yeah,
weird.
like, so then she tries to say that it was just an emotional affair, as if that was something to kind of be proud of, but then she backpedaled. So like, I watch these episodes, the new ones, and I'm like, I can't wait for the reunion.
Okay, yeah. So then, do you think Tamra brought, because she was the one who recommended Jen, do you think Tamra brought Jen on thinking Jen would tell the truth?
No.
No. So do you think then she brought Jen on to bust her on camera?
Well, we recommend so many people, like when they're trying to like build a cast, that you really like, they'll ask you over and over again.
Okay.
And they like troll your whole social media, and they try to like find pictures. They go so deep until they find the right person. So really, like, Bravo was like, this bitch has the layers, let's peel them back.
Got it.
And
that's
then
actually good perspective.
Yeah, because like Tamra was the one that said, Ryan told Eddie, and you didn't tell me. So that kind of like broke the bond.
And this feels, so it's been 2 years that they've been together, right? I'm trying to do the math on like when all of this went down.
Already 2 years? I don't think they were already 2 years. Do you? I don't.
That's what I thought she said, but
with the new guy?
Yeah. But then again, I might be mistaking things, because now I'm realizing as I'm saying this that maybe her stories are that inconsistent, because maybe I'm mixing things up.
I remember like when she was talking about it, thinking like they're still new, they're still in days, but like that could be a year.
I think she said it was 2 years, because when someone was telling her the honeymoon periods, am I mixing up shows? It's possible I'm mixing up shows.
I don't know. It doesn't matter, because the shit's going to come out, and you know what?
Yeah.
It hasn't even happened to them in real life yet, in real time, because it's going to happen gradually. When that man sees himself on TV and he's supposed to be the hoe of OC, it's going to become even tenfold.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? Yes.
Oh, shit.
People change once they're on TV, especially if he's a hoe.
Okay.
Especially he's going to have even more hoes in his DMs.
Oh, shit. I mean, isn't that sick? But that's so true. That's great. That's sick.
Can you imagine? Do you remember the part about like he walked in and said, I'm going to fuck Tamra?
Well, of course. I was just about to get into that. So Tamra, because you filmed, you know what this shit's like. Tamra holds on to that. She holds on to the fact that he said that to someone else. And she doesn't say anything to Jen before filming, but then brings it up on camera.
Yes.
As someone who did reality TV, is that fair play?
Yes.
Damn.
I mean, there are 16 seasons in for a reason. And Tamra's going to say, I'm not
17.
17. And Tamra's going to be thinking, I'm not your friend, I'm your castmate.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And I think that when I did reality in the very beginning, I took it like it's real and there just happened to be cameras here. But here we are this many years later. I think now it's become more strategic. Like, of course, I'm going to hold this in my back pocket and play that card in when the cameras are rolling. I think Tamra would be stupid, respectfully, not to.
Okay. And it's interesting that you point out that when you guys recommend a lot of people, it's not like you're like, this is my best friend, this person should be on the show. It's like they get all your suggestions, and then they decide this person. And even if they're not necessarily the closest to you, they're like, it doesn't matter, we'll make it work.
Right. There are like so many people that we'd be like, what happened? And they're like, oh, they just, didn't test well, or, they don't pass some kind of like the Bravo test, because really it's just like a small room of people that are deciding. And I think they really do look in your photos to see who they can dig up.
I also think, going back to what we already talked about, is they want salaciousness, right? And if you're real close friends with someone, how bad are you going to shred them and tear them to pieces on television? But if you're an acquaintance, or if you just know them, then and that person's eager to be on TV, that changes the whole thing.
That's funny, Tommy, that you say that, because
was it hilarious?
It was so funny.
Because when they do that, when they're like, oh, this is my friend, like it's not necessarily your friend, it's the person that they chose.
Oh yeah.
You suddenly like think that you have to adopt them as your friend, but you're about to like throw them under the bus first chance you get. So it's like, yes, you're friends, but everyone is very crystal clear that the Housewives is this huge, what
platform,
is it? Phenomenon, social, cultural phenomenon.
Cultural phenomenon, totally. What are your thoughts on this then? The Tamra Taylor IMDb shade, and then Tamra just throwing Taylor, like it was all Taylor, I had nothing to do with it. And then when they get to put in those fantastic flashbacks where she's like, I said she worked in the 1990s, and then they show the flashback of her absolutely saying it was in the 1900s, then going into the bathroom and being like, I said nothing wrong at all. What are your thoughts on that?
She was drunk. She had been drinking. She's going to say what she said. She's not going to, Tamra is not going to remember everything, and she shouldn't have to. I swear. It's funny because I was like, are they going to catch her? Are they going to catch her? I was listening and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. She was being shady because she was like, one episode in
very shade. Oh, very shade.
And then it's like, that's her job. That's why Tamra is a privileged white woman who is borderline hysterical from Orange County. Like, that's why we love her, because of that vibe. She should not sit there and be like, oh yeah, this woman is incredible. Like, she's a prolific actress. Like, Meryl Streep has nothing on her. It's like, no, bitch, just tell it like it is. Was it shady? That's why we watch the reunion.
I love that at the bunkhouse when Taylor, Gina, and Jenn are talking about how, first Taylor says, she's like, do you think Tamra was talking about me when she went to the bathroom with Heather? And Jenn goes, Tamra wouldn't do that. And that's just how the episode ends. I love when they have these sound bites.
I do want to give it up to Heather for the read that she gave at the end of the last episode, where she was like, that's just mean.
It was slow clap. I almost have it memorized. It was so good. It kept going and going, and she had it was
that was perfect.
It was crystal. It was clear. It was so good. It was off the cuff. It was fantastic.
Totally. Someone should make that a viral TikTok audio,
Total. I'm surprised it hasn't already happened. It's coming. It's coming.
Get her team on it.
Did you know Tamra had a dream of owning a ranch? This was like so news to me.
I don't care.
Is this? I really have a feeling this might be just for the sake of the show. She's like, I need to tie in this cast trip somehow. So I've always wanted to own a ranch. I'm like, since when?
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
Like, no. She's like, I just think it'd be so great. I'm like,
it was a tie-in. It was
a tie-in because then the group split, and Gina, Heather, and Jenn have to clean shit out of a horse trailer. Meanwhile, Tamra, Shannon, and Taylor get to go like on tractors.
I know, and Shannon did a good job on that tractor.
She did. She nailed it.
Yeah,
no, nailed it. I was surprised Heather was willing to shovel that shit. I would have been out. That is something I would not have done. But she's like, there's no getting around it. And she did it.
I also love
that type of person is meant for reality TV, dude.
I couldn't believe it.
The type of person that's going to literally, all right, I'll pick that shit up. That's why they're on TV, man.
You're right. She's like, I got to earn my check.
Yeah. She lives in a $50 million house, but she's willing to shovel shit. I love that Heather had the wherewithal to tell Gina that Travis is not the guy to call when she was having her trust issues with the cheating stuff. That
was a great message. She like literally took the phone out of Gina's hand and said, we're fine, honey, we'll call you back, and hangs up and is like, that is not for him. And she's so right about that, because if you're constantly telling Travis how triggered you are from Matt's cheating on you, like that's going to feel like maybe there's something left there with Matt and you're not moved on from it. How
Right.
do you feel about how triggered Gina is with this whole thing?
I think it's normal. I mean,
Okay.
if you're the amount of trauma that she went through with 3 children under the age of 5, whew, it is so terrifying to be in love with a man and have that many kids and be feeling isolated and deserted. Some asshole who's driving to Westwood to make
Yeah.
money in that job. Like, I would want to kill him.
Right?
So, yeah.
Totally. When Jenn finds out that Tamra has been saying all the things she's been saying, like how she tells different stories to different people. Do you feel she has a reason to be upset at Tamra? I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like she has a reason to be upset because that's kind of fair.
Yeah,
right?
of course. It's her first season. Of course, she's going to think that Tamra's going to be blind loyalty, like, oh, you should cover up for me. No, but she is the only one that has the information. No, of course, I understand why Jenn feels that way.
Yeah.
She is human to expect it and to think
Yes.
that is what should be happening. Of course.
How could you do this to me? Question mark.
I am in love with Cozy Earth. I am in love with it. I love all things cozy. I find myself to be an expert in said things. And I'm telling you, I've never felt fabric like this before. I'd never heard of viscous from bamboo. The hell is that? Viscous from bamboo is where it is at. They make bedding that is temperature regulating. And when I have to switch out my bedding, because unfortunately I don't own nothing but Cozy Earth, I have some garbage non-Cozy Earth sheets. And I just feel the difference when I have to wash and suffer through my non-Cozy Earth bedding. I have 2 pairs of Cozy Earth pants now, one in a large, one in a medium, because, sometimes you just look more fancy in a tighter pair, but I'm not sleeping in mediums. Are you crazy? Sleeping in larges. I have a Cozy Earth matching shirt with that. I'm obsessed with it. All of their products are made from this responsibly sourced viscous from bamboo, and I'm telling you, it will change your freaking life. The loungewear is optimal comfort while still being very flattering and, dare I say, elegant. So we are wearing that out to dinner if we feel like it, okay? That's why I got the mediums for fancy nights. The part I really don't understand, and this is what's amazing about this company, they offer a 10-year warranty. A 10-year. Imagine in 10 years from now, I'm like, hey, Cozy Earth. Yeah, not going to work anymore. And they're like, okay. They've been featured on Oprah's Favorite Things 5 years in a row. And I understand. Oprah knows. Oprah knows. So, guys, Cozy Earth provided an exclusive offer for my listeners, up to 35% off site-wide when you use the code She Speaks. I use it. I'm about to go use it again. So go to cozyearth.com and use the code She Speaks to get 35% off. It makes a huge difference.
I love that.
I can't remember. Do you like camping?
I will camp. I'll do anything 3 times.
That's what Tamra said. I'll do anything 3 times. I love that. I am not a camper, so I would have killed Tamra.
No, I would be afraid to camp too, because I don't know what's going to be crawling around. I've never camped in anything where we actually had a tent on the ground.
Yeah, no.
We had like these little log cabins, like Lincoln logs.
Oh, like the glamping thing?
Yes.
Oh, I love that. That I would do. That's roughing it to me.
Because I just don't trust what's going to happen. I would want to like zip myself into I'm too
like a hazmat suit.
Yeah.
Like sleep in a hazmat suit. That's how I would do it too.
Yeah, I'm way too thin-skinned at this point. I think I'm even more of a pussy now than before. Then like you would think you would get tougher. No.
I was a little surprised that Taylor didn't take Tamra to task at all. Maybe it's coming next episode, but she's avoiding it. She's like, I don't want to start a fight. Right? That's my vibe.
Yeah, I think so. They're gonna do a slow burn.
Yeah, I think it's gonna sizzle inside of her and then it's gonna explode.
Totally.
And it's going to be really fun to watch the explosion. Tamra can really get out of almost anything. She is a wordsmith. Like you'll catch her in something she's actually doing or actually done. And she's like, what did I like with Shannon? Like when she was saying like Shannon has a drinking problem and all this shit in the media, Tamra just goes, I said you ghosted me. You did. And it was like she believed that.
She is such a pro. She is chef's kiss pro. I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you think that Tamra's intro this season was bigger, equal to, or smaller than the Heather Dubrow intro of last season?
I have to say, I thought they were pretty equal because they were just drastically different because Heather's was fancy pants and was like glamour and chic and like, you know, rich, and Tamra, I think I enjoyed Tamra's more because she's coming back with drama, and that's why when they announced that Tamra was coming back, I was like, you have no idea how perfect this is. She has something with every single person in the cast. The content is there. So it's like they just got to throw in all these voiceovers as she's on her motorcycle. And so I was more excited for Tamra's return. I'm going to be honest, Heather's return, I was excited about, but when I saw the rest of the cast, I was like, this doesn't fit. Like, I don't think these people fit together. And Tamra is that like centering link that gets them all. And she's happy to be the bad guy. She doesn't care if she's the messy bad guy. She just does. She somehow does connect everyone.
She does. I agree with you so much because I love that her mom was around. I couldn't believe she was on a motorcycle. I thought that she was such a big part of the first episode. I was shaking for the other castmates. I was like, oh my God, and another scene and another scene. And like her gym closing, like people want to see things, people going through things. And that was really vulnerable. And she just seemed like she had a really, really big, full life. And Heather the year before, just like that long shot of her down the hallway, I was like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. We could all take pictures in front of a long hallway of a mansion that our plastic surgeon husband built for us. No.
This is why Heather, I can't remember. I think it was, who said this? Someone said that I had on that Heather thinks she has main character energy, but she actually doesn't. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, that's kind of her appeal because she's a little delusional and that's always a little fun. Mm-hmm. But when she's the center orange, if you will, and they kind of build everything and rely on just her, it does not work because she needs to have a Tamra or a Vicky to be like, shut up, Heather. Yes. You're being like, she needs to be brought down. She needs to be among a cast.
So true. And like, if I saw the last time she wore a ponytail last season, it was like every scene was that high pony. I was like, so sick of it. I didn't like the sushi catered stuff. It was not main character energy. It was just like let me show everyone how I can spend money, and then was like, no.
No, exactly. The last conversation, I need to dissect this. So Tamra talks to Jenn off to the side because she's like, let's talk over here. Now that like they got in a little fight, she's like, come over here. And Tamra goes, I just don't want you to get cheated on. And she's like, obviously I don't want to get cheated on. But then Tamra's like, okay, but Heather Amin said he sent her a dick pic. Mm-hmm. And Jenn says, I was there. We were on the plane and he hit select all, which doesn't, okay, moving on. That's what she claims. She claims, and then Tamra goes, but do you know what the caption said or what the text said? Mm-hmm. And it was, hi, me and my limp D miss you. Mm-hmm. So, okay, so many issues here. Yeah. First of all, if he hit select all in his contacts, why didn't everyone in his contacts get the text?
Right.
So that doesn't
select all photos or select all photos.
Okay. So that nope, doesn't work.
Doesn't check out either way.
And then if he is sending a limp D pic to Jenn, who's right across from him, he wouldn't write she's like, just to be funny. And I'm like, no, I don't think he'd write that. That is a different type of caption. That's for someone he hasn't seen in a while.
Totally.
Right?
Totally.
Like,
So
what?
that's why Bravo was using their thinking caps when they chose her, when they brought Tamra back, when they knew that she is not telling her story well. She's got all kinds of holes, big blocks of cheese, and we're watching it and we're foaming at the mouth because we know it's going to be like so fucked up.
It's
like,
all coming out.
And I mean, by the way, I thought of this and I'm so glad we're talking about this. What's the status of dick pics being sent back and forth, like in this day and age? Like, what are we? I just want to know. Like,
I have only received in my life one dick pic, and it was a prank phone call. So someone pranked me, like, and I love a prank phone call. So honestly, I was like, I probably deserve it. Like, I've gone through other people's contacts and like prank called their friends and shit. So I was like, it's my karma. So I get this dick pic and it was like, can't wait for you to get here. And I just went along with it. And I was like, yeah. And like, he thought he was going to freak me out. I'm like, oh no, honey, I am a prank call master. Okay. Prank text. I got you. And that is the only dick pic I've ever actually received.
Because it was like such a, I was like, am I out of touch? Wait, we're not exactly like hanging out with like a single crowd. So I was trying to figure out like, what would I do if my boyfriend's dick was being passed around? It was just a moment. I can't believe it.
Do you watch And Just Like That?
I have to.
Okay, so there's a dick pic moment in this last episode, and someone else recognizes it and is like, oh, you're dating my boyfriend?
No.
Yes. And I was like, God, people really know their boyfriend's penises.
I don't think my wife could pick my dick.
I was going to say, could you
She
pick
couldn't pick my dick out of a
out?
lineup. I don't think she could pick my dick out of a lineup.
Yeah.
Maybe. All right. Maybe.
Good. As we test her, we're like, all right, so we are sending you 10 photos. Tommy's will be in there.
First of all, Tommy.
That's actually a good test, Tommy.
Yeah.
You should send her a bunch of pictures.
I'm going to make him wear a disguise. I'm going to make him wear a disguise. Put a top hat on it and like those Groucho Marx glasses with the nose. See if she'll notice who it is.
It's disguised.
See if she'll know who it is. Who's that?
Wait, Tommy, I was going to say he's not a sexter, Tommy, and he's probably not a dick pic sender. Did you?
No.
Yeah, I don't think
I didn't get that vibe from you either.
But I also, and like, not to say defense, I don't think I was in the moment. Like, I think that I don't necessarily think I was in the time of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like camera phones were were around a little bit, but like since I've been with my wife, I'm just saying we've been together for what, 7 years now, I guess. People were sending dick pics for a while because I remember being on a boat with a friend of mine and the girl, there was like 5 guys. It was actually a business trip, and there was one girl there, and she was talking about how she couldn't even have a conversation anymore with the guy because like by the 3rd text message, they were sending dick pics. You know what I mean? Like unsolicited. Here you go. Here you go.
We know you have one. Also, we can't prove it's you. You know,
yeah, that's true. That's true. Like I don't know.
You can be finding a pic online and just send it your dream dick pic.
Yeah, it's crazy to me. It's just that's crazy to me.
Tommy, there were dick pics going around long during your single.
No, you're right, because like I said, it was at that time. We were talking, it was Tinder too, because that's what she was saying. Every person on Tinder, by like the 3rd picture, by like the 3rd thing that they say, was like, you want to see my dick? Or some of them were just sending their dick. Guys are hilarious.
It's so bad.
Like, I know we'll win her over. I know we'll get her excited.
This picture of my dick
let me send her my Johnson. Yeah,
it's on now.
Absolutely. She won't even know what to do. She won't even know what to do with herself after she sees this luscious piece of meat.
Oh my
she
God.
won't even know.
You guys know that that Reza used to send a picture of Sammy's dick around to people.
See, you could send a picture of any dick. It
That's
doesn't
true.
mean it's yours.
That's
Sammy's of all the dicks too.
That's true.
Yeah, because Sammy offered it up, and so it became like community dick. It became like community dick pic.
His was like the dick pic stock photo.
It was
of the group.
Yeah.
It had like a watermark on it. On that note, let's wrap it up. I don't think we're getting any higher than this, guy.
That's true. That's true. That's true. You want to leave on a high note. Leave him with the dick. Leave him with the dick pic.
Leave him something to ponder.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, guys, where do you want them listening, following you, etc.? Let's get them going to the right places.
Okay, so I promised I would have said this at the top of the episode.
We fucked up.
I love talking to you guys about all girly things. So please follow me on Mercedes Javid, especially so that you can ask for the link to my Amazon, because I am starting to do my Amazon lives again, which is all about the bras and the 39% off.
She knows how to get those deals, you guys. Tommy?
Yeah, I mean, Til the Dirt, our podcast, you can always check us out there, listen to us shoot the shit. Any of my social media, if you guys want to DM me, I'm usually pretty accessible. I always respond if I can. It might not be timely, but I'll always get back to you. And anybody that tells you that they can't because they're too fucking busy is full of shit.
Aww.
Just so you know.
That's so true.
Just so you know.
It's so true. But you got your new book coming out, Best Hug in the World.
Yes, I'm very, very proud of it. It's a book to my son. I think that if you have a kid, you'll really, really enjoy it. I set a goal for myself, so I really hope people buy it. It also will help me continue to do what I do with Fight Club, which is to give books to kids that otherwise don't have access or can't afford them. But it will mean a lot to me. Anybody that buys one, I would really appreciate it. It will come out next month on my wife's birthday. August 18th. Yes, and pre-orders should be coming out, I would say, in the next 2 weeks or so. But yeah, man, I think you guys will like it. I have a whole bunch. I gave it to a whole bunch of teachers. And so far, unbiased opinion has been very, very popular, and everybody seems to like it. So I hope you guys all like it too.
Done.
I want to give my husband a plug. The way I'm proud of this guy, when I even see the book, I start to cry.
I bet.
I'm so proud of his follow through, and you do it. And Emily, you understand, we do a podcast every week because we love it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's such a beautiful way to show your support. It's like, if you have merch but this is a book that is teaching kids a lesson. And so everybody knows someone who's either a grandma, grandpa, niece, nephew, sister, your own kid, a school, a teacher. And it's so beautifully illustrated. It is just, it's just so cute. And I'm so proud of him. So the things that he did when he started it 5 years ago, when he started his book club, and not that it's equal with what I'm doing, because I like talking about bras and things that we do.
Mm-hmm.
I love that we get to put a little bit of our time aside for things that impact ourselves every day. Nothing is more important than something that you can take with you from morning, noon to night. Mm-hmm. And so
just to piggyback on that, for anybody out there that doesn't have a kid maybe in their life, if you want to still support it, you want to be a part of it. I always have my Amazon wish list that's where I give the books to kids. Amazing. To classrooms pick one up there. I'll make sure it gets in the hands of a kid that otherwise wouldn't have access to it. But yeah, I'm good. It was a pleasure talking to you and hearing you girls shoot the shit. My wife lights up when she talks about this shit. So
thanks for being a good sport, Tommy.
Yeah. No worries. I'm grateful that you had me on. It was fun.
Aww.
Welcome, Tommy. By the way, so Emily, will you look at the calendar, whenever it was that you had us on the first time and however long it's been. Let's plan for number 3 in many months forward.
I love that. Thank you.
And come on ours, please.
Okay. Anytime you want me, I'm there.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, baby. All right, guys, that wraps us up. Thank you so much for watching. Love you. Mean it. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.